Welcome to another episode of Trendy with Kim Allison. This is a Kim's Chair solo rant today, you guys. And I know I'm going to get myself in trouble again, so get ready. And if you are one who is triggered, let me forewarn you, you may not want to watch this episode because I am once again here to talk Love Island hair because that's what I watch, you guys, and I want to share through a hairdresser's eyes. I don't even think you need to be a hairdresser, to be quite honest, to enjoy the show and to appreciate or go eek, cringe when you see certain things that are going on with hair on the show. Okay. I'm going to say what you're probably thinking. You know, you were thinking it, but I'm going to say it because it happened last night's episode. I was watching, oh my gosh, you guys, Anaya, who, queen. We love Anaya. And we don't want to pile on. We want to be careful, right? Because she is a chocolate girl who doesn't feel pretty, though, in her words. Those are her words. I am not here to shame her in any way or to, just crush the girl. I'm not here for that. I'm here as a Black woman who understands vacation hair and especially when it doesn't cooperate. And I have had my own experiences. So let's be clear. I'm not here to, act like it ain't happened to me because it has happened to me. And if you are Black and you have ever worn a curly weave on vacation or even anywhere for that matter, when you have some hair in your head that's on some tomfoolery, then you know what she's going through. So that's what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to kumbaya with my sisters and whoever who wears curly weave, because I know boys now wear weave. So I don't want to limit it to just us girls. Oh my gosh, you guys, let me breathe. Let me breathe. Let me pray that you guys are not going to come for me like you did when I commented on Soul, her 3 rows of curls, which I still stand by that. Could not stand the fact that. And I actually am not even mad at myself anymore for saying that because there were scenes where her hair was curly and snatched and where it was flat. So I know it could have been better. All right, so let's get to it, you guys. Oh boy, the producers on Love Island are shady as shit, okay? There is no reason on earth that you had to show this profile of Anaya for as long as you did, cut away, then cut back to it. I mean, she is going to be so mad when she gets back home and she sees this episode. I'm not even mad at Anaya. I am not mad at the stylist at all because, again, I do like the install. But you guys, I called it. Did I not call it when I did my Love Island recap? I said her hair, it's so good, like the install, the minimal leave out, all the things. But that back is going to turn. It looked a little sus, and here it is. I mean, just as I said, right? Because I know it's happened to me. Let me show you, because I haven't seen it this bad, honestly, since since 1988. All right. I'm going to show y'all one of my installs in 1988 when, girl, I don't even know what hair was made out of in 1988. I just know that my son was 2 years old and I had the thickest, most atrocious weave you've ever seen. And it was sitting on my shoulder. It was so bad. It was so bad. And that's my first car, my blue Mustang, and my little boy who's now 40. That's hilarious. Anywho, I digress with that. But you guys, so that is to say, I get it. And another thing I wanted to share too, before I got into this, just to validate that I am her. Trust me, I get it. I had hair put in my head back in earlier this year. Okay. Yummy hair extensions who wasn't nothing yummy about it. It was angry hair. It was not good. It was not tasty. It was gross. It was nasty. It made me want to vomit. Okay. Cause it only lasted for 1 week and I paid over $700 for a closure piece and 3 packs of hair without any backing from the company. They do not refund your money for any reason whatsoever, picture or no picture, used bundles or not used, okay? So let me show you before I jump into my recap on poor Anaya and what she must be going through. All right. So this was the install. Yeah, promising. Yeah, right. Oh gosh. I was like, okay, I'm going to wet this down. I wet it down. Okay, we are good. Okay, this is going to be great. I'm going to be able to go to Jamaica with this hair and do my thing. Now, little sus because this is what happened. This is how much it shedded the very day I washed it, the day I installed it. So that was a little sussy. But the next day I'm on camera. I'm giving. It's good. It's behaving. And beautiful Joseph Ionson, who he came on the show, giving, had a great conversation. But girl, right after, okay, literally same day evening, this is how it dried. Are you joking? This is how it dried. And I struggled and fought with it for the next 4 days. Woke up the next morning. This picture right here is the day I took it out. I just thought it was hilarious. I was like, yeah, this hair is suspended in midair. It just is not ever going to behave. It was so rough, so dry, just so drawn up. There was nothing I could do. And so when I talk about Anaya, I am speaking from love and empathy. And I know, you guys, that Anaya is going to get back home. First of all, I know her stylist is ready to fly down to Fiji and snatch all that with her little scissors, okay, or his little scissors and their little rat tail comb. They want to take, and they thread, they want to take all that out, put a fresh batch in, because this hair is not going to make it another 4 weeks. It is just not going to make it. She is struggling. And before I get off the subject, what hair company is this? That's who I'm mad at. Like I said, I am triggered when I saw her hair because it happened to me. It don't matter how much you pay, you guys. This can happen to you. I combed it all out. I put all the products in that I would use on natural curly hair. I put products that I wouldn't use. I layered. I used the dew, mousse, creams, leave-in conditioner, like thick, creamy. I used every product you could possibly imagine, and it lasted for 7 days, and it was dry and matted as hell. Okay, so she's going to be so mad at her stylist. You know, people say, oh, don't go for the black girls. You're always going for the black girls. And yada, 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 right? But this particular season, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but mathematically, there are more black girls on the show than there are any other race. So if I'm going to look at hair, I'm looking at 7 people, 6 people, and out of the 6, 5 are black. Somebody's going to be black that whose hair I don't like, right? And 2, Kenzie and Jen, they're the 2 blondes. They're the only 2 blondes. There's nothing wrong with their hair. You know, if they have extensions or whatever, they are doing a good job, because over on the UK, child, oh my God, I come for them. Case in point, Exhibit A. Their tape-ins are so bad. They don't care that they show, apparently. Look at this. You could literally see where one was ripped out of her head, and she still proceeded to put it up in a half up, half down style. Okay. Bald spots showing and all. So Blondie over at the UK. All right. So if they were on this season, I would be coming for them too. And I am not coming for Anaya. Let me say that again. I am not coming for Anaya because I don't think there's anything she could do. She's just stuck in Fiji with this bad weave. Is this terrible? And again, it's not the install. It's not Anaya. It is the quality of whatever this hair is. And it doesn't mean that you got cheap hair, because like I said, I spent over $700 in my hair. I showed you. It was terrible. Matted. Didn't last longer than 7 days. So let me put all that out there. But God dang it, when your ops, okay, is giving, like TT comes in, takes your man, okay, and her hair is amazing. She picked the right one with her hair. Now, mind you, she is fresh. Her weave is fresh in the villa, okay? But she's got the whole top braided. Great choice. And the weave, the hair she chose, it's long enough. That's the other thing I think that's the problem with Aniya's hair. Anytime you wear a curly weave at shoulder length, I'm wearing a headband wig, which is my favorite. But even this, like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you get a curly weave and the bottom is sitting on your shoulder, any type of humidity, any type of movement, especially if you have loaded it with all of your products, it's going to take the shape and just rest on what it's resting on, which is your shoulder. And that it's going to create this little shelf just naturally. It's going to create separation. It's just what it is. So you need to choose curly hair that's long enough, okay, that you get the weight of the curls to hold it down, because it is risky. I'm not saying it can't be done, but it is risky to go shoulder length on vacation with curly hair, especially if you're in humidity. And again, some people are better with their hair than others. I don't think Anaya is that great with styling her hair. Because if you look at a Trinity, she's good with styling her hair, but you look at Kata, she's not. That does come into play. And I will say, guys, because this is my little podcast, I can say whatever I want to say, right? And you can choose to listen or not. But I will say, I would argue that when you grow up around mostly white culture or just not Black people, I think that you end up losing sight of caring. I don't think that you don't care. Obviously, everybody wants to look good, everybody wants to feel cute. But I think that you kind of, they don't know. Like, they don't know shit. They don't know if you have real hair, fake hair. They don't know why it was long yesterday, short today. I think they know now more than they pretend, right? Because they all got weaves. So it's not just Black people, but we are such a variety with how we wear a weave. Like, we'll wear it curly, we'll wear it short or straight, we'll wear it long, we'll wear it short. We have wavy, loose wave, beach wave, kinky hair. Sometimes it's our real hair, and that throws them off. Like, they have no idea what's going on. So whatever you do, they're just like, oh my God, that looks amazing. And I think if you're not around your people enough, you can lose sight of what amazing even looks like. You know, kind of sad, but I think there is some validity to that. Okay, so tell me what you guys think. Have you ever had this experience with your curly hair? I know I have, but I'm wondering, what do you guys think? Are you watching this? Do you feel bad? Are you like, oh my God, are you laughing? Are you crying? Here's how I envision the conversation going when she gets back home. Because, when we go on vacation, for those who aren't Black watching the show, the first thing we think is, what am I going to do with my hair? That's the first thing we think. And so it becomes, okay, how much time do I have? How much time do I have? Okay, because if I need hair, I need enough time to order the hair. I need to book in advance, because if you're going to somebody good, they're going to be booked. So to get it installed in my hair, whether it's braids or a weave or whatever it is you're doing, right? And then you think, okay, you're talking, if you don't know anything, you're talking to your stylist like, I don't know, where do I order, da da da. Your stylist gives you her recommendations, and again, if she's good, she's already tried and trued some of these recommendations, so she's not going to steer you wrong. Like, again, for me, I will never recommend to anyone yummy hair extensions ever, ever, ever. I digress. Then after that, you're ready. And you're talking to your stylist like, what do I do? What do I put in it? Blah, blah, blah. You're packing. You're like headbands, scarves, bonnets, all these things. And please don't wear it to the airport. Anyway, all these things, right? They all go on. They all go on. And so then you are ready. You're on your vacation, the hair is popping, it is brand new hair. You don't have to deal with your hair at all because it can be a pain in the butt. Even though we love our natural texture, we love it for what it is. Nobody wants to deal with that shit on vacation looking all frizzy and froed out. Nobody, okay? And if you are somebody that does, God bless you. Anyway, we get to our vacation. What do? It starts lifting, 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 and you're doing this the whole time. You're constantly moving, you're constantly pulling it down, constantly. You can't even concentrate on what you're doing because you're constantly. Now, I have never put a weave to the Love Island test. I never put my flipped up, had to wear a weave and all these challenges and mess, getting cake all in my hair and always wet, flipping upside down to put my feet on some 6'5" guy's shoulders to twerk with my ass all out and flipping all. I mean, who the hell, girl? I've never put any weave to the test to do all that. So I don't know, Anaya. Maybe you took your weave a little too far. I have no idea, but that I do have to say. So when the weave goes wrong, I guess since I am a hairdresser, you might be asking, what do I do? I would say what you do is before you leave, find a different way to wear that style that is more secure to your head, if possible. If you cannot do that, what I would do, I would take it and I would now you're gonna have to treat it like real hair, right? I would make sure, wet it down, make sure it is sopping wet, get in the shower, take it section by section, like 2-inch to 3-inch sections. Make sure you have a wide tooth comb or a wet brush. And I would make sure I combed it section by section and let those curls pop together. With each one of those rows, when you comb it and you get it, your curls popping, load your product on section by section like that. Load your product on and just twist it, twist it. Have a day of twist, like 2-strand twist, and let it dry like that. When you twist your hair, what I mean by that is twist it, right, while it's sopping wet with your products. Let it dry enough that it has some type of small cast to it, just a little, where it's not still so wet that the whole thing that there's no structure to it, because it will frizz up and just fall apart and look like a big poof ball. It's really hard though in humidity, I know, to get something bone dry. But if you just did it enough, like I would use a mousse or something that hardens even in humidity, let that harden. Okay. That's going to be better than it being so matted that it wants to clump together. So unravel that when you get ready to go to dinner or when you're ready to showcase your hair. And that's going to at least be a band-aid to get you through an evening. Even if you have to do that every day, it's better than a big fat mat ball. And then from there, I would wear a bonnet. Now, if the hair is atrocious and bad and coarse and synthetic is mixed in with human and all of that, I have cut a weave out, child, on vacation. I have cut a weave out of my head. I had a bad weave in my hair. It was not cooperating, and I felt like it was taking out my edges. So what I did, I cut it out and I always packed 2 headband wigs, kind of like the one I'm wearing now, but I would never wear this short one on vacation. So see this longer headband wig, just long enough that it's not going to rest on my shoulders. And I'll show you. And I'm at the beach in June in Thailand. So there's hella humidity in that air and my hair never wavered. It stayed perfect with that headband wig, and I could take it off every night and rest my hair and change my hair, wear it in a ponytail some days, slick, wear the headband wig. You get a straight one, you get a curly one, you take as many as you need. You can get highlighted ones, but that is the better way to wear weave. But again, headband wig, twerking upside down and all that mess. Maybe that doesn't work for a Love Island vacation, but just for the average vacation, I think that works. So I am so curious to see when Anaya gets back how this conversation is going to go with her stylist. If she hasn't already got her on 911 already, girl, that stylist could be on their way to Fiji now. I don't know. But what do you guys think? Thank you for watching and listening to the podcast. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave me a 5-star review if you're listening on a platform like Spotify, Apple, or wherever you listen. And I will see you guys on the next episode. Bye.